In the last video, after hours of bizarre and ever-changing claims, Leticia sat across from investigators spinning one of the most shocking stories yet, claiming she had been sexually assaulted, kidnapped, and attacked by a mysterious man she called Eduardo. But while Leticia tried to redirect sympathy toward herself, investigators were quietly pulling apart her timeline piece by piece. And once she leaves the hospital, everything begins to unravel. In this video, we will continue down the timeline of Gannon's case as investigators move from confusion to suspicion and finally toward evidence that points to something far more horrifying. We'll walk through the contradictions in Leticia's story, the surveillance footage that changed the entire investigation, the discovery of blood evidence connected to Gannon, the particle board investigators recovered in Douglas County, and the mounting evidence surrounding rental vehicles, interstate travel, and concealment. This is the point in the case where investigators stop chasing Leticia's stories and start following the evidence. And according to prosecutors, that evidence would eventually expose a calculated attempt to cover up the murder of 11-year-old Gannon Stauch. As always, viewer discretion is advised. Let's get into it. At 2:18 p.m., while Leticia was in the interrogation room making up stories about Eduardo, Harley had sent her a text message and said, "Uncle wants you to call him." And she replied, "Love you." And then at 4:20, she was transported to the Memorial Hospital, which I believe in trial, they stated that she left. She just disappeared. I don't think she was ever seen by a nurse or a doctor. At 5:30 p.m., Harley clocks out. At 7:52 p.m., Leticia is at Taco Bell on 390 North Union Boulevard. Harley and Janine Sanchez pick her up in a Volkswagen Jetta. And when she gets in the car, she says, "I hope you do not think we are a bunch of murderers," says the murderer. And then they stay the night at Sanchez's residence. And then at 8:48 p.m. that evening, a text is sent to Amy Lowry that says, "We have to take location off and get another number. We will call you back." And then at 9:16 to 9:19, Harley texts Al, "I need to be able to get all my belongings tomorrow with my grandma so that I have a place to live with my family. Please." And Al says, "Call me." "No, I don't want to. I do not want to live there. I just need to know that I can do that privately with my grandma present." "Okay, whatever you need, I will support you. Are you taking Chance and Sadie?" "Will that be okay to load up all my things alone?" "Harley, I will be there to help you. Obviously, I want you to stay, and you know that, but I understand your feelings. I need their supplies too. They were left with no way to go out, and I feel I will give them better care." "Not true. The deputies took them out and fed them. I made sure of that, and I went home once to check on them. They need love, not just going out." "We all do," says Al. "Again, is it okay that my grandma and I load up my things?" "Yes, and I will be there to help and support you. I asked you, could we be alone? I do not want you things. I will not bother you, but I have a responsibility to you, and that isn't changing. I will get my cell changed tomorrow. Thank you. My family would like to be with me, and I'm asking that you understand that and let me get them. I want my mom's things too, because we wear a lot of the same things, and I have all my memory boxes. What day can I get everything alone? Is Mama not coming home? Do you know something? Because we know nothing. That's funny, because the lady showed me your thread. Please tell me I can get my things privately so my family can spend their money on a ticket in a rental truck. Question mark. I have to tell them. Tell them what? I asked, could I arrange a time to come privately with my family to get belongings? Tell who? My grandma. Anyone can come, but I will be there, and a cop can be there too. No one would take anything of yours. Harley, I'm not worried about that. I have a responsibility here, and this is the right way. Okay. Could it be just you and no one else? Yes. And no one wants to talk. So we asked that as well. Okay. Thank you. I will let you know when. Okay. I still can't find Gannon, by the way. It is now Thursday, January 30th. Harley and Leticia stayed at the Sanchez residence overnight. At 4:38 a.m., Harley sends a message to John Goddard. I want to say that I thank you for being supportive and for our time at work. I know I provided an initial date that was for me leaving for BMT, but due to safety concerns with my family situation, I need to take care of myself and make sure I am safe at this time. I hope you understand that this was an extenuating circumstance and hope that I can leave the company with a great relationship and future references. Thank you. And then at 7:57, she sends a text to Al. My life was threatened on social media and told how people are looking for me. My grandma has been threatened. So I do understand the pain and sacredness. But my mom did not do anything to harm Gannon. You should know that. I can come this afternoon to get my things. And Al says, none of that is by me. You are always safe with me, and you know that. Not by you, but you could stop it. Social media is stupid. You should be with me. Your grandma and them should not have gone on there either.
And you should have not turned on my mom. Now 2 of my parents are gone. I turned on no one. She was the last to see Gannon and lied about it. That's her decision, not mine. I don't turn on people. I follow truth and the facts. Okay. And Gannon is still missing. I'm sorry. So is my mom. Your mom is an adult, Harley. Come on now. Gannon is 11. Adult or not, she could be dead. Call me so I know this is Harley.
I did, and you didn't answer. No. I just called you and it went straight to voicemail. Harley, you are 17 and you are my responsibility. I know you are scared and confused about all this, but I'm making this very clear. I'm asking you and Amy to come see me. I need to verify your safety. If you leave without seeing me first, I will fear for your safety and have to report it to the police as missing runaway. If your mom signed consent, like you said, I must see it ASAP and have a copy, and it must specify who you are allowed to leave with. This is the issue I was trying to avoid by sending you to safety yesterday, but you chose to not do that. Either way, maintain constant contact with me and keep me informed of your location. I will not come and try to bother you, but I have to know you're safe at all times. Love you. I'm not scared. Why would you do this? When I don't want to be around you, be with Landon, you turned on my mom. I want to be with my grandma, my uncle, and my aunt. I'm not your child, nor will I ever be. I disagree, but I respect your opinion. I have to visually confirm your safety. After that, if you decide to leave with your family, we will work through it. Where can we meet? I'm about to go to Lena's school so we can meet there or close to the house. You promised I could get my things with my family, and you said no one would be there but you. Yes, but you are not working with me. I'm not. You will do me like you did Mom. Please stop. You can have your car, give it to Landon. I paid for it all this time. Stop trying to force me to do something. I'm not getting into a text battle. I need to confirm your safety, and then what you do from there is your decision. Someone is influencing you wrongly. Influencing me wrong to go with my blood family? We have the same blood. So how is that wrong? I'm safe. So please let me come with my family to get my things. I have to visually confirm. I'm not meeting you. What is wrong with you? I do not want to be around you. I'm afraid to be around you if my mom is not there. 10:30 at the house to get your stuff. I've been asking for confirmation because we need to get a rental truck to transport. We could never get that from you, so we have to make the plans. That means nothing to authorities. Please meet me at 10:30. Why are you trying to take me? What do you get out of forcing me when I hate you now? No one is influencing me. I hate you. I'm not forcing you, only confirming your safety. You mean nothing to me, none of you. You set my mom up so you could be with your ex-wife. I hate you. Well, I love you. Why does she going on saying that Al set her mom up? But does she really think that Al unalived his child so that he could be with his ex-wife? Makes no sense.
You can't. If you don't want to be with me and my mom, then you can't have me. She is the best mom ever, and she would not harm anyone. You are doing this for control. Mom's attorney is coming to get her things.
And then at 11:06 a.m., Brenda Ackward, I think I pronounced her last name correctly, rented a Nissan Altima. And then at 1:21, the Volkswagen Jetta that Harley was driving arrived at Marshall's. The Volkswagen Jetta was then seized by the sheriff's office, along with her cell phone. The next day, Friday, January 31st, Brenda Ackward rented a utility van.
Shortly after the utility van was rented, Leticia reached out to KKTV and gave an on-camera interview. And if you look at the right side of the screen, you will see that utility van that was rented.
You are?
I am Letecia Stauch, which is Gannon's stepmother.
You've been a part of the investigation since the very first time. You were the last person to see him. Is that right?
Correct.
What did you see when you last saw him?
Well, I'm not allowed to talk about anything with the case. I would more so be willing to talk about how the community needs to have faith and continue to work together and not make these false accusations, like the things that have been said that I've disappeared from the community. I haven't been there to help, but there's lots of reasons behind that.
Reasons like death threats, right?
Right. Death threats are one of them. My family's getting lots of death threats. We counted over 20 some death threats already. Two, my husband's ex-wife is living in our home, and of course I'm not coming home to do these things and to help with the family when I was kind of like told I couldn't. And then many other things that happened with the El Paso County Police Department, you know, and in doing the investigation I was told I wasn't complying. And could I elaborate on that?
Please do.
Yes. So I asked for an attorney during the interview, and I was denied that by them. I was held because they were blocking the door, and I was told I couldn't leave, and that if I would have touched them, they would have probably, you know, said I still wasn't complying, or said I was, you know, trying to run away or something. But during the interview, I asked several times, could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? Could I stop the interview? Could I get an attorney? I was denied. I was told I couldn't get nothing to drink. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I mean, it was continuously that my constitutional rights were violated.
And that's why you say that they said then you weren't cooperating with the investigation.
That's why they said I wasn't cooperating at that time. Correct.
And why did you ask for an attorney at the time?
Well, I asked for an attorney at the time because there was one individual, there was two really good detectives, and so I'm not, you know, going to talk bad about detectives, but the tactics they started to get when I would answer questions, they try to, you know, they're detectives, they're supposed to twist. The one main goal is to find Gannon. But during that time, some of those things made me feel uncomfortable the way they were saying things. So I immediately stopped and felt like an attorney would help me with some of the vocabulary and things like that I needed help with and understanding some of the things that they were asking.
I'm going to shift gears to what has become a huge online presence of people obviously trying to do the right thing, help find Gannon. But at the same time, sometimes it just feels like rumor mongering. Have you seen any of those comments yourself?
We have. And see, that's one of the main things we haven't been around in the public eye, because I didn't want to expose my family to it if all these things were going on. You know, there was comments about Gannon getting pushed off the hike, and there was comments about this, and that's just not true. I took care of Gannon for the last 2 years in our home because his mother didn't want to do it. And I would never, ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens. That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know, but I've cooperated with them, even to the point that we were held with a gun, and my daughter, a 17-year-old who serves our country in the United States Air Force, who has never committed a crime or done anything wrong in her life, was put in handcuffs over the keys that was in her purse so they could take her car.
And they weren't in there?
They weren't even in her car, in her purse.
And
they were in my pocket.
You originally didn't even know it was the law enforcement officers?
I didn't know it was a law enforcement officer because when he came out, I guess he was putting his jacket on, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. He was adjusting and happened to catch me. But I saw the gun and I panicked originally and kind of thought, oh gosh, I got the, like, who's this guy? And then once I realized it was the sheriff's office, I was totally okay, but they still had a gun and told me they were going to shoot me. But I was really concerned about my daughter, asking why she was being detained in handcuffs and things like that, when that shouldn't even happen for a child. That shouldn't happen for someone who was standing inside of a store shopping, because we couldn't have any clothes because all of our clothes were here. If we came here and got clothes, you know, we would be harassed. So she went to purchase some underwear and things like that and was putting the handcuffs in the store, you know, and then brought out with men with guns. And that's just not okay. You know, they could have approached me and said, hi, I'm with El Paso County. Can I please get this? Instead of the way that it happened.
I'm just going to check your shot. Doing great. I want to make sure that we're still good on recording, still can hear you okay. Okay, yeah, sounds like we're good. Every once in a while my mic will be out and I want to make sure that's not going to happen here. Okay. I should try and clarify here, not necessarily crime rates, but the way that people are reacting online to rumors about you with the search.
Oh yes, wow. The rumors have gotten so bad. I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these people have these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot of law shows and maybe they have all these theories on how Gannon is dead. And that's what they're saying. So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon. And that's the main goal that we all have. My family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal. And we've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together so that we could protect each other.
How does it feel when not only you have a lost child who you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being there?
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. And I just want everyone to know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
Can you talk to me a little bit about him? I don't know him.
Gannon is so kind, and he loves to play video games. That's one of his favorite things. He loves Sonic and Mario, and you know, he's always helpful, and he was always so helpful with the dogs around the house, and we have 2 little cute dogs, and he was always like a person I could say, Gannon, can you go do this? And he would do it right away. You know, sometimes with kids we have to remind them and things like that, and that's okay, but he was so sweet and able to help anyone. He could notice when you're sick and say, are you okay? And such a kind heart.
I know you just said that you can't say anything about the investigation, so you can just say so again if you can't answer this, but is there anything we can hear about the hike? Was there a hike? That just seems like rumors right now.
You know what? Could we bring my daughter up here? Because she can go and say that, you know, she came home from work after the hike and she can verify that Gannon was at our home.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. And if she doesn't want to, that's okay, but you're allowed
That's
to
fine.
ask her. Sound okay so far?
Yes. I need Harley. Because they want you to verify was Gannon at home after the hike. Because you didn't go to the hike, but you came home from work.
Do you want me to just say yes?
No, just answer the question. Yes, you came home from work and you can verify Gannon was at home. Yeah. I told her she didn't have to be too in-depth because she is still, you know, a child. But I want to make sure that someone knows that there's another person to verify that Gannon.
Sure.
Does she need to hold this?
No.
Yes, so I came home later that evening. I was at work and I can verify that he was there that night.
So there was a hike that you guys went on, but then you guys came home.
Yes.
Where'd you guys go hiking?
Garden of the Gods.
Oh, yes. Okay. I guess when
And then we ate Burger King afterwards, so, you know.
there you go.
Yeah.
And then it just was, I'm gonna go to play at a friend's house. And then it was just I'm off to go to plans at a friend's house.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to like comment on that anymore, and for that reason is because some things have been turned and twisted, and you know, that was one of those stories you were talking about where people say things. We had to hear things like who would let their child go out at dark and things like that, and that's just why I don't want to answer that. If I had to give I'm not gonna say that part.
That's okay.
Never
That's
mind.
right.
I can take that out.
I understand that it gets tricky with
Yeah.
legal stuff. Do you feel like I asked you what I need to? Do you feel like this is going to help kind of turn the tide of what feels like a witch hunt, in my opinion?
I hope. Am I on camera now?
You are still.
Okay. I think that a lot of people can see that I'm not missing and see that I am being cooperative. But to me, it's okay that they think those things, because the way someone thinks about me, I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is I would never want someone to think that I would hurt Gannon or any of the children in our home, because that's just not the case. I've spent my whole entire life working so hard in education. There was even things online that was talking about my education license and I shouldn't even be a teacher, and they just didn't know that. Like, we moved on a military move and I didn't finish out my contract, so I gave up my license in that state. It had nothing to do with any criminal activity, or any of those things. And it just got blown out of proportion on my professional status, and
Do you feel like these are just internet detectives who think they know what they're doing?
it definitely is. And here's the thing that kind of saddens me. It's like, if you're going to talk about someone like that and have a witch hunt out for them, why would you even care, about doing those things? Because this is a child. You're telling me that you're just as mean, you're just as hateful to talk about someone else like that. That's how I feel. Like, we should all come together and wait until the end and see what happens, because Gannon's going to come home.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband. We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon. And Gannon, I can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
I know this is a short video, but going through all this evidence and editing all the text messages is very time consuming, because I have to blur out every phone number. In that interview she just gave, who was she trying to convince when she said Gannon is not dead, we're going to find him? She also lied when she said Harley served this country. I know Harley was going to join the military, but at that time of this interview, I don't believe that she had served any time yet. This was a way to gain sympathy from the viewers, I believe. She asked Harley to confirm Gannon was there when she got home. No matter if it was true or not, she should not be trying to include her 17-year-old daughter in her schemes. In the next video, I will take you on the road trip where she disposes of little Gannon's body. I will be showing you the footage of the board being discovered in her hiding spot, her arrival at the hotels, her FBI interviews in South Carolina, her attacking the detectives on her way back from South Carolina, and follow-up interviews. I also know that during the trial, there was some video medical evaluations or psychological evaluations, because in the trial, if you remember, she claimed that she's schizophrenic and has multiple personalities, and her elaborate lies just get worse and worse and worse. I wasn't able to get those videos, but I might be able to pull them from the trial and actually clean them up and make them easier to hear and see. I am going to work on that. I also plan to make a video of Al's testimony in court, as well as a testimony of Harley. I believe Leticia's brother testified, and I'm going to include that testimony as well. And then I'll conclude this series with a final video of impact statements at her sentencing and interviews given by Landon and Al following the trial. I thank you for watching, and I'm sorry it took so long to get this video done. I'm a part-time YouTuber and I work a full-time job, so I try to get this out as fast as I can. Thank you for watching.
I just want to say thank you, nothing more, no play. I appreciate